In this video, I'm going to tell you all about the African Cup of Nations, how it's going to affect the FPL, which players are going to go missing, how long for, everything to do with it. Let's jump into it. Hi FPL managers, welcome to FPL Team Talk. In this video we're going to talk all about the African Cup of Nations, everything you need to know, which game weeks are players going to miss, which players are going to miss them, and when might they return for the FPL Premier League fixtures. So let's take a look. Please guys hit that subscribe button whether you're new around here, you just enjoy FPL content. We've got team selection videos, wildcards, watch list, transfer tips, all that good stuff. So hit the subscribe. Let's have a look at this. Now I'm going to try and give you an overview of the African Cup of Nations. Then I'm going to try and make this as simple as possible. There are some things that we're still seeking some clarification, so it's not as easy or as straightforward as I'd like it to be, but I'm going to try and make it as clear as I can. First of all, the tournament takes place every 2 years. It was meant to take place last summer, but for obvious reasons it's been put back now to the 9th of January. And the final takes place on the 6th of Feb. So the whole thing should be wrapped up inside a month. There were some rumours about it being postponed or cancelled. Look, September just came straight out and said, no, that's not the case. Not even been discussed. It is going ahead. So as far as we know, nothing's changed. This is happening. It's going to be 6 groups of 4. So it's 24 teams in the group stages. Obviously, round robin, they play each other. Then it's a straight knockout. 16 down to quarterfinals, semis, third and fourth place, playoff on a Saturday followed by the final on the Sunday. It's been held in Cameroon. The current holders are Algeria, Central Africa. There's a few favourites like Ghana expected to do well in the tournament as well. So how does this affect us as FPL managers? Why should we be bothered? The official FIFA statement says that players must be released on the Monday before the tournament starts on the 9th of January. So currently under those directives, players should be playing on the Boxing Day game and then released to go to their countries. However, due to some important Premier League fixtures, we got Liverpool versus Chelsea, for example. People like Klopp have been in dialogue with FIFA, with the countries involved, and there is a good chance, you would say at the moment, given some sort of dialogue between Klopp and the press, that yes, he should have the likes of Mane and Salah and Mendy should therefore be available for this. So game week 21 looks like players will still be allowed to take part. So they will take place on the 1st, the 2nd or 3rd of January, and then their players will go up and join with their countries 6 days before the first game. So at the moment we're still waiting for absolute certainty about whether players will be involved for game week 21. If they're not, then they will miss game weeks 21, 22, 23 and 24 if they get through to the final. So that's the worst case scenario. They miss 4 game weeks. Key players affected, amongst others, we got the likes of Salah, Cornet, Zaha, Mane, Dennis, Benrahma. Other players, Mahrez, playing more recently. Basuma, bit of an enabler for some people. Inacho, what a good season he had last year. And Pepe, maybe a bit of a differential people are looking at. Some of the top owners, 73.7. I don't know whether to be snaggered that so many people own him or whether so people don't. But he's one of the highest owners we would expect. Dennis still really highly owned there as well. Edouard Mendy comes in as the 3rd. Benrahma, still a lot of people own him. And then you've got lots of Zaha coming down the list. You've got Mane, Ismail Sarr. Roman size players, people might be looking at him in terms of his recent defensive returns. Very low loan, bit of a differential. But we've now got to take a factor into the Afcon Cup of Nations. And Cornet down at 1%. So, looking at some of these players, if they get through to the group stages, we'll definitely miss game week 22. We're unsure about 21. So at the moment, if I was a betting man, I'd say that they're going to be available in the Premier League for game week 21. Everyone will definitely miss game week 22. If they get out the group stages, then they will miss game week 23. As it so happens, though, there's an international break that coincides with the quarterfinals and the semi-finals, so there's no game week that week. So whether your team gets through to the quarterfinals or semi-finals, it makes no difference. They won't miss an extra game. Getting through to the final, though, will more than likely mean that you will not get game week 24 from your players. There's a question mark there. The game week 24 begins on a Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. The final is on the Sunday. So if Salah got through to the Sunday, as it happens, Liverpool don't play until the Thursday. So he could feasibly, I think, play on a Sunday, travel back for the fixture on the Thursday. That is potentially a choice. Dennis, if he got through to the final, I think his game's on a Tuesday. That would not be the case. So, depending on the country that gets through to the final when their fixture is in the Premier League, he might or might not be available for game week 24. It just depends on the rest period. So, let's have a look at the fixtures that some of these players might be missing. So, Salah for game week 21, which we hope he'll be available for, will be Chelsea. He would then definitely miss Brentford. Qualifies for the next round, he'll miss Palace, but that is it. He should be available for game week 24. So, worst case is he will just miss 2 games, assuming he's available for Chelsea. Best scenario is he just misses a Brentford, which would have been nice to have him, but 1 game I think most of us could live with. Dennis, on the other hand, he could miss Newcastle. We're definitely missing Newcastle. Norwich at home, 2 nice fixtures there if he gets through to the next round, and then he got West Ham away if he went through all the way to the final. Like, so Mendy, he would miss Manchester City away. I'm not sure you'd be too worried about that one. Tottenham at home if he qualified to the group stages. And then game week 24 is quite interesting because they don't have a fixture in 24-25 because of the World Club Championship. So Mendy, if he gets through the group stages, you can't expect to see him playing until game week 26. Time to get rid of Mendy. Ben Rama, he'll miss the Leeds game. Then the Man U game if they qualify. Then the West Ham Watford game if they get through to the final. And finally, we could keep going all day, but we're going to stop at Zaha, Brighton away, Liverpool at home if they qualify next round, and then Norwich away if they get through to the final. So there's still some uncertainty about game week 21, but it's interesting that some players may only end up missing 1 game for the African Cup of Nations. But it's a chance you could still get some players missing up to 3. And if game week 21 goes the way that FIFA directive has said at the very start, possibly could miss 4. But those Chelsea assets look like a worry to me because they've got some difficult games, and game week 24 and 25, they're not going to be available for anyway because they'll be at the World Club Championship. So I hope that is made as simple as I could possibly make it, guys. I'm intending on looking at replacements and possibilities for Salah, possibly those Chelsea assets that a lot of us own as well later on in the week. So hit that subscribe to get the latest news, team selection videos, like we said, the watch list, all that coming out as well. In the meantime, drop us a like. Any comments you want to make, please put them below. We'll try and respond to them. In the meantime, take care. Speak to you soon.